So just where have you been trying to improve this offseason on the mound? Just where do you think you are as of now?
I think I put myself in a pretty good spot through the work I put in through the summer. Obviously, I think the biggest thing I had to work on was the velocity helps, obviously, and I was about 88, 90 last year, and I'm up to 94 now. I think that makes a big jump for a player, and strength was a big part over the summer. I think where I made most of my gains was over the summer, and just building strength and mobility, and being able to, just be strong and physical. I think that goes a long ways.
That's a significant uptick. So, like, what goes into making that happen in that kind of timetable? Because fans hear that and they think like, 4 or 5 miles an hour. Like 4 or 5 miles an hour, that speed is pretty significant. So how do you make that happen in a couple of months?
Yeah, like I said, just being in the weight room every day, 5-6 times a week, and obviously just getting with Daryl and our weight trainer, and he just gave me a good plan for the break, and just doing that, like I said, 5-6 times a week, and the mobility that he had me doing so I don't get stiff while working out, so I still stay mobile and being able to be flexible while getting stronger, and I just feel really strong and good.
You, on paper, you're scheduled to step up in the rotation at a much larger role this year, outside of velocity improvements. This offseason, where did you look to improve your stuff or just your flexibility, things like that, to help you go through a longer season? Get more innings. Sorry, that's a poor question. Just this offseason, on paper, you're scheduled to get into rotation, get more innings.
Right.
Where else do you look to improve upon other than velocity?
Just getting experience, honestly, at this level. Playing in the summer league, just playing around this talent. Coming from a JUCO, it's just just getting your feet wet. And then getting into the rotation. Started out a little rough at the beginning, and just getting the experience, getting your feet wet. You start to get more comfortable. The more comfortable you get, the better you're going to be. That's why you see people improve from freshman to sophomore or junior year, because they get more comfortable. They figure out what it's like, and it makes it a lot easier when you've done it for at least a year.
Was there a point last year where you felt like you got your feet wet?
Yeah, being thrown in there against Ball State for my first time, coming back from that injury, it was a little rough. Just like I said, getting my feet wet. But I think I made progress every weekend that I pitched, and then the Arizona and that regional game is probably my best games. Obviously, towards the end of the year, just getting, like I said, that experience and getting comfortable pitching at that level.
What's it like going from facing last year's lineup to this year's lineup?
On our team?
Yeah.
Our offense was unbelievable last year, and we're going to be just as good, if not better, this year. And I think that goes a long ways in preparing someone for the season. When you have a top offense in the pack last year, that makes it a lot easier to face Pac-12 hitters when you are facing some of the best every weekend for 3 months or whatever it is, leading up to the season. And then going into this year, same thing. We have unbelievable depth. Everyone in our team can put the ball out of the park, and so just being able to pitch how you need to pitch, and it just gets you really prepared for the season.
A lot of new arms out there, particular freshmen, a lot of lefties. Anybody stand out just yet in terms of a lot of newcomers, particularly in the bullpen?
Yeah, we're a lot of new guys this year. Leo Ullman, I think he's going to be really good for us this year. All the freshmen are going to be really good for us. I'm not just going to say Leo, but I think they all have to step up. We got a really young staff, and I think they're going to do just fine. They're all really competitive. They throw strikes. They got good stuff. All upper 8s, low 9s. They're good. We got a good freshman class.
Has analytics played a part in your growth as a pitcher at all in the offseason or last year? And how would you describe that?
Yeah, so I've never really paid attention to analytics too much because I never had it, I guess, until this last year when I came here. So I think developing a pitch, like my slider, we started working on that, and my sinker is pretty new. Both those pitches were new last year, and that's getting to see them with the analytics, and that goes a long ways in being able to develop those pitches. But improvements in velocity and all that stuff, analytics can do a little bit, but I think that's more weight room stuff. and just maturing, your body maturing, getting older and stuff. So that goes a long ways too.